Hello, once again, this is Brother Teacher with a question and some insight or maybe even some admonishment. But the question is, how much do you really trust our government? Do you believe wholeheartedly in our government? That our government is here to protect us? And if so, how much do they protect us? And protect us from whom or what? Do they protect our freedoms that were given to us at birth? Or do they deny us those freedoms? We have inalienable rights, unalienable rights, if you will, rights that we were born with, that were given to us by God, the Creator, that no man can assuage and or change. They're natural laws, natural rights. But man has done that for as long as we have been on the planet, denied us rights. And just because they put something in a book or on paper doesn't make it so. In other words, just because they say you have rights in a declaration, if you will, or a constitution, or amendments, doesn't mean that you have those rights if you are not allowed to exercise those very rights that are written down. So, this video is geared towards social media and our freedom of speech, more or less. Do you feel like you have the freedom to say what you want? But let me qualify freedom of speech when I say freedom of speech. First of all, what is the freedom of speech? It is the freedom to say what you want to say without repercussions, as long as what you're saying is not designed to harm another human being. That's fair. If I, for example, am giving my viewpoint, some might say opinion, on any particular subject matter, especially politics or government, and it's my view, and it could be truthful. It may not be agreed to or agreed with. As long as I'm not threatening someone, threatening any injury and or danger to anyone, then what's the problem? Why would it be censored, or I be censored, or you, for that matter, or anyone, for that matter? I mean, can't we, like Paul said in the scriptures, reason with one another? So now let's go to social media. Most of the people listening to this video, watching it right now, have some form of social media account, be it Facebook, YouTube, they're on Google somewhere, Instagram, whatever, Twitter, and so on. And you expose your life. Have you ever really thought about it? How much information you share with the masses on the World Wide Web. And once it's there forever. Now, the powers that be that has created this mechanism by which we communicate and share information and even sell products. They collect that information somewhere in a database or many databases, and it's spread out all over the place. What's to happen of the information that we are and have been sharing with these various platforms? Does it just sit there stagnant? I'm sure you've heard people saying before that we don't share your information with third parties or with anyone. We never share your information. That's not true. If you have any kind of common sense, the whole idea of commercialism is to make money, right? And this is that type of country, right? Capitalism, making money. It's about making money. And by any means necessary, someone said and used that expression many, many years ago. By any means necessary. It's all about the bottom line. But is it just simply about making money? What about controlling the population? I'm taking my time in this video, so I'm being very careful how I speak, so I don't falter and don't confuse you, so that you'll know exactly what it is that I'm trying to get across. I'm saying this to you, ladies and gentlemen, and I know that all types of people, all persuasions are listening to me right now. What I'm saying to you is this: our information is being siphoned from us under false pretenses. We were given social media platforms innocently, it seems at first, to be able to communicate with family members, to discuss mundane things such as birthdays and outings and field trips and different events that occur in our lives, and to even start a business, to even purchase things across various platforms and corporations on the internet. Virtually every major big box store, brick and mortar, have their own website now where you can buy products from them online and have them delivered to you. Right? What do you have to share, ladies and gentlemen? Your credit card, debit card information, your name, your bank account information, your address, your age, your sex, oftentimes members in your family, using as a second form of security, if you will, these security questions as to what's your mother's maiden name, what's your children's names. You get it. It seems innocent, doesn't it? What's your favorite color? What are the things that you like? When you shop online at a grocery store like a Kroger, Kroger's knows what your buying habits are and what you like to buy, right? Walmart knows what you like to buy. Amazon most definitely knows what you like to buy or purchase by virtue of your habits when you order online, just to name a few. So all of those things that you purchase online are being recorded. And don't forget, they have to know who you are, where you are, and they have to know about your financial information. Now, do you think all of these people are just simply lone wolves, or do they all intermingle, so to speak? Do they all share information amongst themselves? Maybe not the individual companies per se, but what about that entity that we call government? Is there a stake in it for them? Can they just simply call and or contact one of these companies that you order from or that you're a member of, such as a Facebook platform? It's changed its name, or such as Twitter, and get information from those companies about you if you were a person of interest to them. Now, I'm sure that you already know this, that former President Donald J. Trump has this campaign against him where they're trying to, or people are trying to destroy him so that he does not become the next president again, 2024. Now, how is it that they know so much about this man? The companies that he owns, his personal information, that they can take control even of the things that he possesses and know his history so well. If it had not at some point in time, notwithstanding the fact that he was the president before. But anyway, how do they know that much about an individual? I'm just using him as an example. How do they know this much about you? You see, anytime you become questionable to the powers that be, they start turning over stones. They start peeling back the layers of your life. And what better place to do that than on the internet? Because we've all been pulled into or lulled into that new age thing, right? Virtually everyone has a cell phone, right? An iPhone, an Android, a computer, a laptop, a desktop computer, a smart TV. We have Alexa. All of these devices, and then there's CTVs all over the place. We've been watched for a while. We've been listened to for a while. We've been monitored for a while. And it's never going to cease. Population control. Can you say that? Population control? They know everything about us, virtually, already. Because we voluntarily given them the information about us on social media. I hope you get my point. So what I want to say to you today is this. Walk circumspectly today after you listen to this video, after you watch this. Be very, very smart from this day forth. The things that you've already said, the things that you've already done in the past, you can't change that now. It's already done. But be careful how you walk from this day, this point, this moment forward. Be careful how you walk now. And make sure that you're vigilant and understand that you're being watched, that we're being watched. We have, in fact, been watched and monitored and even censored for quite some time now. So let me tell you, before I go, we have been given what we thought was something that was free, such as access to platforms that were social media sites, a Facebook, a YouTube, a Twitter, an Instagram, and so forth. We've been given these sites under the pretext that they were just sites that you can enjoy, to include TikTok. There were sites that you can enjoy share with your friends and your family, you know, be a participant, upload your own videos, just have fun and entertainment for the most part. How childish is that? Very juvenile if you really think about it. It's fun, some of it. But what's the real deal? What's the end game, ladies and gentlemen, giving you a free access to these platforms? You can put your own emojis there and your own avatars there, and you can participate, and then you can add all of these different things to it, all these features to these sites and so forth. It makes you feel special, right? But they know where your location is. You have to accept the terms. Have you ever read the terms? You have to also give them access to, oftentimes, the contacts on your cell phone to gain access to some of these sites. Most of them, as a matter of fact. Let them know so the satellite can know where you are, the person. Do you see where I'm going with this? Now, so many years in, you've been enjoying these platforms, going back and forth with family members and so in essence, they allowed us to sign up to their company, their platform, their social media platform for free, under the guise of being friendly, a friendly environment where we can buy and sell if it was about business and commerce and socially, so we can communicate with family, friends, and so forth, and even have entertainment, only to later, after we were pulled in to that situation, when we began to express our feelings, especially if it was something that we could speak on in terms of different subjects and narratives, especially when it pertains to government, only for them to come in and hinder us from being who we really are, believing what we really believe, so that they can censor the things that we put out to the general public, because we had access to the masses on their platforms. And they did not want us to have access to the masses, especially when we were educating the masses, particularly on those things that players who were involved in dehumanization, if you will, who were involved in this whole ideology of one world order and one world government and one way of doing things and controlling the populace or the population. You can't be an individual and speak your mind and educate others or re-educate others so that they can come out of the matrix. They didn't want us to do that. But they allowed you to get in the beginning and made it seem like it was a friendly situation, but you find out later on they've collected all of this information from us, and they know virtually everything about us because we gave them the information on their platforms. So this information collection is what they have been doing all along. So they know where we live, what we like, where we bank, where we shop, our religious convictions and our beliefs, what we think about government, what we think about the system, about our sexuality, our belief systems in general, everything about you virtually. And we gave them all of the information that they needed. And we continue to do that. Now, the gigs up. If you have a social media site that you are a member of, do you have difficulty uploading certain things? Have you lost some of your viewers? Have you lost some of your followers? Have you been unable to get in contact with your friends? Are you getting less views? Are people not being able to contact you? Have you been hacked? Could it be possible that the very people that allowed you to join those sites in the first place are responsible? And could it be possible that it's intentional? I mean, we don't control the platform, do we? They do. They've been listening. They've been watching all along so they can control us. But they made us believe in them in the beginning. And now they have what they want. They have what they wanted all along, and that was access to our lives. I hope that this did not confuse you. If you really think about it, it makes perfectly good sense. The real question is, are you open enough here to comprehend what's been going on all along? We've been invaded on social media, and the people who we thought gave us access to that social media platform were being supported by other powers or in cahoots with other powers. And it was never innocent. That was it. And that was all. Please chime in. Like, share, subscribe, and donate to this channel if you find it of benefit to you. So long.